Hi guys, my name is Modi and you are welcome to Modi Speaks. I just love how we black people totally enjoy being the main character, okay? We are heavily plagued with the main character syndrome. We just want everything to be credited to us, and I think this is one of the reasons some of us dislike white people so much, because a greater part of human civilization as we know it exists because of these white people. Now, I'm not saying that only white people got us where we are today, okay? But I'm saying that they did 70% of the work, if not 90%. However, there are many black brothers and sisters who insist that every important invention you can think of today was invented and engineered by my people, okay? They argue that black people rule the world. We made everything, okay? The white man only steals from our inventions and appropriates our groundbreaking developments. Now, I would really love this to be true, okay? I want this narrative to be true, seeing as I'm a black person. But the thing is that narrative true? Is that really what happened? Now, this set of black people also go on to claim that all the notable historical figures are black, okay? And that they were portrayed as white by white men in order to suppress us black people. Like, this is so hilarious, okay? The claims they are making is so wild. You would wonder if these guys are high or something. But before we get into it though, please consider subscribing to the channel if you've not already. Like and share this video to keep people informed, and consider supporting the channel if you choose. Alright.
The knights? Why do you think they call them knights?
I'm not too sure, but I'm sure your explanation is going to be filled with loads of insight, analytics, and reputable statements. Please continue.
Because they were dark as night. They were dark. Beethoven was a black man. King James was a black man. Mozart was a black man. They paint over our images like Christ, like Moses.
I think I'm gonna start making a list of everybody that was apparently black. The kings, the pharaohs, the mermaids, the Vikings, the samurai, the Jews, the Native Americans, the Aztecs, the Mayans, the Melanesians, Mozart, Shakespeare, Beethoven, Frank Sinatra, Elvis Presley. Hell, Eminem might just be doing whiteface at this point.
Now, why is it that these people never claim that historical figures who committed atrocities were black? For example, the German guy. Why don't we claim him? Why don't we say he is black? Why do we only go after the ones who performed exceptionally good, who made groundbreaking discoveries? Why do we only blackwash the best guys? This is both pathetic and disgusting at the same time, okay? We are stealing people's identity nowadays. The same people whining and crying about culture appropriation are the ones stealing a whole identity of individuals and claiming that these individuals were from their race, despite the fact that these individuals whose background they are trying to claim and appropriate can actually be traced. They have a known history, family members, photos. They have recorded evidence or documents that clearly point their origin. But somehow, these crazy black folks claims that these guys are black. Like, are we that desperate? Has it gotten to that? Why not look for notable black people who invented important stuff in history? Why not mention bona fide black people? But maybe they can't because there aren't many, okay? Maybe because there isn't enough to go around, and that is why they steal other people's origin. Let us forcefully claim that these non-black dudes who contributed immensely to human civilization were black, just to give our race credit. This is pathetic.
Baby, see, when you know real facts, it's no need to argue with fiction, baby. Black people created every motherfucking thing on this planet, baby. Don't I look like one of the ancestors? Let me pause. What did we create? Agriculture, animal breeding, architecture, art, astronomy, business and trade, cash and currency, ceramics, clothing, dance, economics, healthcare, housing, jewelry, mail, mathematics, medicine, metalworking, mining, music, pottery, science, shoes, spoken language, sports, technology.
I love my people. I definitely love my race, okay? But did we really create everything in the world? Did we really engineer all these inventions? Oh man, Oh man, these people are putting me in a tight spot. They are making me call out my own race. Now, Google is your friend. If you don't trust Google, then you can use a public library. So go and find out for yourself if we actually invented agriculture, astronomy, mathematics, science, whatever you can think of, just like everything this lady and people like her mentioned in this video. But look at me, okay? I'm an African, and as an African who was born and raised in Africa, a black person through and through, I can tell you that if we really did invent all of this, then I would feel it in everything around me back in Africa. And I will explain. Of course, Africans have done massively well when it comes to human civilization, but the most groundbreaking discoveries were not made by them. If they were, the conditions in every African country will tell you so, okay? Take a look at Nigeria, for example, okay? I'm not going to go in depth with this explanation because it is going to be very embarrassing for me as a black person because the comparisons are nothing to write home about. Now, take Nigeria, for example, okay? In Nigeria, in this 2025, we still import trivial things like toothpick. Imagine a tiny piece of stick for cleaning your teeth is being imported, okay? We can't even produce matchsticks at a commercial level. We import it. We import paper towels. These are very simple things, but we can't make them here in a big quantity. I don't know. Now, we have a huge deposit of oil in our land, but we don't have a single functional refinery to refine this particular oil, okay? What we do is we drill the oil, we ship the raw oil out of the country to foreign countries to refine for us, then we bring it back into the country for consumption. I'm not going to go any step further, but I was, just trying to tell you what it feels like. I always ask myself, if we truly invented all these things, like this lady mentioned in this video, if we were the original creators before white people now came and stole our ideas, that means that we still have this knowledge embedded in our brain. I mean, nobody can steal what is in your brain, right? That means our forefathers would have taught us, the children, and that means that we would teach our children these things, okay? We would impart this knowledge into our children, and then our kids will now teach this thing to their own kids, and before you know it, this great knowledge will start manifesting in the creation of many more inventions, which will be visible in many countries in Africa, okay? Like the best airplanes will come from Africa or from African countries, the best cars, the most awesome buildings, the most durable cell phones, the best computers, and things like that. But actually, that is not what we see today. That's not what we see. Do you know that every single tarred road you see in my country, every single tarred road, no matter how small or simple, is being constructed by a foreign contractor or foreign contractors, mostly Arab contractors, because I guess that is what we can afford at the moment. My country is very rich, by the way, but we don't even trust our own contractors to carry out the simple task of constructing a tarred road, okay? Imagine that. Yet, we make these claims of being the inventors of everything. And it is not as though these claims are backed by facts. Rather, they are created out of thin air and shoved down people's throats. Yeah, these inventions happened back in the days when none of us were even alive. So it is easy to blur the details and claim that this race invented this and then that race came and stole it from them. But one thing I understand is that even though history is a collection of past events, it inevitably paves way for future occurrences, meaning that if we were the original inventors of these things we claim to have invented, it would be very evident in the creations we are making in these current times and in the condition of the black society when you look at African countries and things like that. Honestly, you guys should stop with this kind of lies about, black people inventing everything, because you will force some people to start saying things like this or this. Because honestly, I wouldn't blame these commenters for trying to give you a dose of your own medicine. Anyway, guys, these are my thoughts, these are my opinions, but feel free to share yours in the comment section below, but do so respectfully. Also, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, honestly, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe to the channel. Like and share this video to keep people informed, and consider joining my membership or buying me a coffee if you like, as a way of supporting the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to catch you on the next one. For now, peace.